Hi, my name's Monique Ochoa. This video is for the Program Pathway Assignment for Class EDU 62030-51, Professional Learning and Practice. I'd like to start the video by saying what my program pathway is. I'm currently in the preliminary single subject teaching credential program with the added MAE, which classifies me into the intermediate standard intern teaching pathway. Successful completion of my program pathway will be dependent on my ability to set goals, document deadlines, and set reminders. I must complete all of the following requirements as well. I must complete all program and state required pedagogical coursework, completion of all program and state required clinical practice coursework and hours, successful completion as a teacher of record under an intern credential, completion of all program and state required assessments, proof of a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited college or university reflected on an original transcript, official transcript, proof of certificate of clearance, proof of passing scores for the basic skills requirement, proof of subject matter competency through CSETs or approved programs, proof of U.S. Constitution requirement through approved coursework or examination, proof of CPR certification authorizing infant, child, and adult CPR, technology course or exam completed in full, completion of the individualized development plan, proof of passing the ED TPA, and zero tuition balance. Throughout this program, I will be taking a number of courses over the course of 8 terms. These courses start with Term 1, which includes EDU 62030 Professional Learning and Practice, and EDU 62040A Educational Foundations. Second term, I will be taking EDU 62280 Content Knowledge and Instructional Practice 1, Secondary Methods, along with EDU 62460 Clinical Practice 1 Planning. My third term will be taking TEL 71710 Educational Technology and TCH 76220 Critical Thinking for Teachers. Term 4, I will be taking TCH 76860 Introduction to Research and EDU 62340 Content Knowledge and Instructional Practice 5 Math Pedagogy and 21st Century Approaches. My next term, I'll be taking EDU 62120B Content Knowledge and Instructional Practice 2 Literacy Pedagogy and EDU 62470 Clinical Practice 2 Teaching and Learning. Following that, my next term, I will be taking EDU 62630 Content Knowledge and Instructional Practice 3 Teaching English Learners, along with EDU 62480 Clinical Practice 3 Assessment. My next term, I will be taking EDU 62050 Content Knowledge and Instructional Practice 4 Differentiated Learning, and EDU 62490 Clinical Practice 4 Reflection and Professional Responsibility. For my final term in March, I will be taking TCH 76910 Research and Action. And if I do not complete all of my coursework or requirements, I will be enrolled in EDU 64990 for Advanced Mentoring. Okay, so that was all of my course numbers. The courses that do require placement in clinical practice hours would be the 4 clinical practice courses. The first is EDU 6246 Clinical Practice 1 Planning. Second would be EDU 6247 Clinical Practice 2 Teaching and Learning. Third would be EDU 6248 Clinical Practice 3 Assessment. And fourth, final, would be EDU 6249 Clinical Practice 4 Reflection and Professional Responsibility. So throughout each of these 4 courses, I will be required to do my clinical hours. The breakdown of that would be 600 hours total, but standard interns, must complete an additional 198 hours of support and supervision during this academic year. Clinical practice 1, 2, 3, and 4 have the same requirements for all 4 courses, where I must complete a total of 198 hours per clinical practice course. The breakdown of those hours are, 150 hours will go towards my single subject clinical practice. I will have 36 hours of intern support and supervision, and 12 hours of English learner specific hours dedicated just to that. The breakdown of this over the 4 terms would total 45 hours for English language learners and 144 hours for support and supervision. Per CTC, I must complete 12 formal observations during clinical practice 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is a total of 3 videos per course. If I do not complete these evaluations, I will be held back in my pathway and I won't be able to continue on until I get all of those requirements completed. I will also be enrolled in a clearance extension course to help me assist finishing all of those requirements. So my backup plan, if I do get off track, is to reach out to my academic advisor, Nathan Worley, my credential analyst, Jasmine Sanders, and also work with my course instructors to get that additional help and support. I could also work with our Alliant tutors if my issue that I'm having is stemming from, low course grades, where I need to kind of boost up my GPA. Some other how would I say, alternative classes that I would be enrolled in to help me complete all of these requirements. The first being, as I mentioned earlier, the clearance extension course. During that course, I would get one-on-one support with my intern specialist to help me complete any remaining clearance items. Additionally, we have the advanced mentoring course. So I would take that if I completed, all of my program units, but failed to meet any final documentation requirements for my program. So being enrolled in that advanced mentoring course will really just help me stay continuously enrolled in the program, because I know throughout this pathway I cannot be taking any breaks or not, be an active teacher candidate through Alliant. So yeah, I hope that answered all of our questions for the assignment. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Have a great night.